Hey family, how y'all doing today? It is so great to see you. So excited to get into class 3, where we're going to be talking about leverage and debt repositioning with the trifecta formula. Listen, we're going to be going to dive into one of the most powerful yet often misunderstood concepts in wealth creation, and that's leverage and debt repositioning. If you've been in real estate for a while, you probably have heard people talk about leveraging debt to grow wealth. But here's the real secret. It's not about how much debt you have, ladies and gentlemen. It's about how you use it. Remember, we want to create the 5 miracles of money on our dead money, and debt is an extension of dead money. Most people think debt is something to avoid, but with the trifecta formula, we leverage debt to create more cash flow, more equity, and more wealth without taking on extra risk. And remember, we want to position you so over time you become less and less dependent upon the cash flow from your tenant. This is a very important part about this process. The truth is, ladies and gentlemen, banks use leverage to grow wealth every single day, and so should you. Leverage gives you the ability to control more assets than you could if you were only relying on your own savings. It's how wealthy individuals, corporations, and institutions grow their portfolios without needing huge amounts of cash up front. So here's the difference. The wealthy don't fear death. Let me say that again. The wealthy don't fear debt. They use it to strategically amplify their returns. One of the things that I love about this process is that the interest rate on utilizing Index Universal Life as your tool is one of the least um, in priority in terms of evaluating your progress. In other words, we're not solely dependent upon the interest rate from the Index Universal Life. That's one of the lower priority benefits of this process. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more later on. Okay, so here's how the trifecta formula can help you leverage debt without putting your wealth at risk. Excuse me. Step 1, the very first thing we want to do is we want to reposition high interest debt. Very important. Most people have debt, whether it's mortgages, it's credit lines, business debt. Watch this. Unpaid taxes on qualified plans. That's debt, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lien on your assets. The trifecta formula, ladies and gentlemen, teaches you how to reposition that debt into tax advantage assets. This allows your debt to generate wealth, not just cost you interest. We want you to create interest, create cash reserves, create cash flow, create profit, create velocity of money from your debt. Number 2, we want to use debt for cash flow. Well, debt is a tool for growing cash flow, the way that we do it. By using debt strategically, we want to buy more income-producing assets that create a steady cash flow. This is one of the purposes of Index Universal Life. So not only do you have a protection tool, but you have a tool that creates cash flow without needing to rely upon tenants or market appreciation. Step 3, we want to accelerate debt repayment without wealth growth. As you reposition your debt into wealth-generating tools, you can accelerate debt repayment by using the cash flow. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. We want to use the debt repayment by using cash flow and grow from the tools to pay off your debt faster and more efficiently. One of the other things that we do is we use a software piece to accelerate that process even faster and to show us how do we pay that debt off in a more efficient way. So let's talk about the cost of not leveraging that debt. If you avoid debt, ladies and gentlemen, you're limiting your ability to build wealth. By not strategically repositioning your debt, you miss out on the ability to grow wealth quickly and minimizing your risk. So we want to create consistent cash flow that fuels your investment portfolio. We want to teach you how to expand your real estate profile while at the same time increasing your cash reserves, increasing your cash flow, and increasing your profit. We want to leverage those assets without being dependent on market appreciation. So if you're ready to shift your mindset, are you open-minded? Are you a progressive person? Do you like to make wise, informed decisions? We want to teach you how to use that as a tool to create wealth instead of something that holds you back. So here's how we get started. We want to reposition that debt into high-performing tax-advantaged assets and start using that leverage strategically to create cash flow. Now, there's some other little secrets that we just don't have the time to get into. But the whole purpose of this is to create multiple tiers of profit, multiple tiers of interest creation, multiple tiers of money making. We want to help you get started. So there's a free guide. How do you repossession debt for cash flow and wealth growth? This guide will walk you through how to reposition your high interest debt into wealth generating assets. I was talking with a client not too long ago, and he said to me, you know, every time we do a review, it's so much fun because I can actually see how I'm making money. And I'm not even working for it. I said, that's the whole objective behind what we teach. We want to teach you how to use that to create cash flow and invest it into more what? Cash flow creating assets. We want to teach you how to accelerate that debt repayment so that you are canceling interest instead of paying it. So click below and download your free guide and start leveraging your debt to create interest, cash reserve, cash flow, profit, and velocity of money. Looking forward to seeing you soon at one of my next coming seminars. Listen, hey, let's talk about this. You got questions, you can put them in the chat. It's okay. Or if you have a group or organization you're connected to that'd like to have more information about what we teach here, I can provide a 15 to 30-minute overview for your group without charging you any money. So I'm looking forward to talking with you. I'll see you soon. Let's learn how to position ourselves to never lose money and to never run out of money. You take care.